Society lied to you. Be yourself was never the whole instruction. They told you to express yourself, right? But nobody told you to govern yourself or control yourself. They told you to be authentic, but authentic to what? Your impulses before anybody had a chance to show you what to do with them? That's not a man. That's a car with no steering wheel. And it's wrecking homes, it's wrecking women, it's wrecking communities, it's even wrecking you. And the data is trying to tell us what society's not telling us. Men are 4 times more likely to commit suicide. Half of young men can't manage their own anger. Now, that's not a masculinity problem. It's a formation problem. Now, if that resonates with you, we want you to stay right here. Don't go nowhere. We're about to get into it. A male is born, but a man is made. Being a male is biology, but being a man, well, that's discipline. That's what we'll be talking about tonight. A male is born, a man is made. I'm Derrick, the thought engineer, here with my man, Comedian John Yoggi. How you feeling, bro?
Man, what's up, man? A man is made. Now,
a man is made.
A man is made.
A man is made.
A man is made. A boy.
A male is born.
A male is born. There you go.
A man is made.
A man is made. Yes. We're right on time. We're about to get into this.
We're about to get into it because the distinction is messing us up. Because so often we calling really what are unformed males, we calling them men, and that confusion is throwing people off.
Because we don't really know what real men are anyway.
Right.
To be honest, we hadn't really been taught what real men are since we were sat on our daddy's knee and he made us think that the more women we got, the more of a man we would be.
Right. And that wasn't a man teaching us. That was a male teaching us. Because what is that whole thing about? It's about satisfying urges. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But a man understands the need to control urges. So if the lesson you got was, hey man, boy, if you ain't hitting them all, man, you ain't doing it, setting you up for failure.
Yeah, because you can't hit them all.
You tried.
You got to walk down the hill slow.
But no, it is really, it's throwing us off.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
What's the actual difference between male energy and manhood?
Responsibility, respect, knowing how to give it, knowing how to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Self-control, knowing how to process your anger, knowing how to when somebody bump into you, knowing it's just that. It's an accident.
Yeah.
Whether they step on your shoes or not, it's just knowing how to deal with obstacles and things that come to you, man.
Yeah. The thing people fail to understand, and the reason why you have so much craziness going on, especially when it comes to men and young men, you take I remember this young man named Comedian McClain. He had went to play for Coach Prime in Colorado. And they talking about, man, he's an awesome talent. And nobody denied his talent at all.
Late for everything.
But he was undisciplined. And so rather than stay and learn from Coach Prime, who the dude has done it all. He's done it all at the highest level. And because you can't get your way,
you leave.
You transfer,
go to another school,
and you badmouth Coach Prime.
Yeah.
And then when they get you at the other school, they find out
You do the same
you the
thing.
problem.
You do the same thing.
Right.
Oh, one of the things that happens if your child leaves home because he don't want to follow rules, right? No matter what shelter, no matter what home, no matter where you go, rules gonna be waiting in those particular places.
Boy.
And for some reason, kids think that because you're not following my rules, you don't have to follow no rules. Rules everywhere. Rules everywhere.
And the thing is, when you don't follow the rules, they got somewhere for you.
Yeah. Sure.
They definitely got somewhere for you. Because here's the thing. Making a baby, that's just being a male. Even that's with a whole bunch of women. That's just being a male. Right? What being a male is just raw power. That's all it is. It's just raw power. The older we get, the stronger we get, the more capable we get to mess stuff up. It's just raw power. The man has to be formed, and the man controls the male. Anything that's real powerful has to be controlled. It has to be controlled. That's why you got to go and actually get a license to drive or operate a vehicle, because a vehicle can cause a lot of damage.
And they want to make sure that you are in control and know the rules of the road.
And know the rules
before you can start driving.
Right. And you get your license based on how much discipline you display during that test.
They should have that test before 6. They should sit you in the chair and say, wait a minute. We want to make sure you know the rules of what can happen if you get in here and you shoot the club up.
They do.
They do, but we ain't paying attention in class.
They do.
Before that little girl sit in front of you, there should be a class and say, whoa. Like, I know you ready to huff and puff. I know, I can see it in your eye.
Hey, man.
You ready to huff and puff, but let me give you the parameters of what happened if we do it like this.
It's messing up even young men. I mean, just men, period. It's messing us up not to understand the distinction, because if we understood the distinction, we'd be more apt to go and get the training we need. You need to be taught how to be a man. You can't just magically grow into manhood.
And no woman can't teach you how to be a man either.
It's no.
No matter how much mama wears both hats. Mama can bless her heart. Bless her heart. Mama can do all she can. Bless her heart. But she can't teach you how to be a man. You only get that from another man.
Right. She can only train you based on the idea that she has.
Yeah.
And man, I saw a video the other day, and it was talking about how when young boys grow up and being raised by a woman,
now they got all these parts in their head and bones, man bones and all this. Oh, that's my no. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go you.
But no, they said men are never taught to how to fully express themselves, because when you grow up with just a mother, she only teaches you. That's why most men concede to women when they shouldn't, because we were taught to concede to women
when they start crying.
When we were younger, growing up, we were taught to. So everybody talk about toxic masculinity. Well, the problem with toxic masculinity is there's not enough formed men. You got a lot of masculinity, but you don't have a lot, because there's a difference. The man controls the male. And that's what happens. And if you don't have that man to control that male just gonna wreak havoc. And that's what happens.
There was a instance was all over social media what his boy had jumped on his father it was a graduation. The daddy was picking at the boy. The boy jumps up and opens up a can on daddy. Hit the dad. Did you hear about it? Drug him down.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Well, oh man, he whooped
the video.
He whooped the good, and all I could think about is at the time, discipline on both of their parts. Why y'all, no matter what issues y'all got going on at home, how y'all gonna get to the graduation and show the world what y'all dealing with?
Oh, because the world saw it. Well, and that was on the dad.
Absolutely.
That was completely on the dad, because he approached the boy. And the boy, I'm pretty sure, was just acting out of fear. I'm pretty sure he was reacting because they say that he thought, you know, he didn't want to come, but his family encouraged him to come.
Was he gay?
I don't know. I don't know.
I know it don't have to do with it. But I
think his brother was graduating. It was like, you don't want to miss your brother graduating. It said even when
wasn't there something about him though? When you was watching it, you think, is it me? Well, I'm the one that said.
Well, regardless of what it was,
they should have been inviting.
It didn't disqualify them knots he put on daddy head. So.
Boy, oh my God, boy, that boy whooped him.
Yeah,
he was talking about he was smacking when he was talking about it. Oh,
he.
Oh my God, dude, I was so embarrassed.
He whooped him pretty good.
I was embarrassed for the daddy.
Yeah,
I'm not, because I'm a father. I'm like, dude, what are y'all doing?
But
this was wrong.
Yeah, that's two males. And listen, when you got males and there is no man present, when I say present, I'm not talking about I'm talking about inside of you. If there's no man present inside of you, then there's always potential for a dangerous situation.
Absolutely. Well, there's no discipline and self-control.
Right.
It's gonna always be always be fighting.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
And man, men, we can be males can be very destructive. And that's what you have. You have grown males, right? We can make a lot of babies, but we ain't got the discipline to not just take care of them, but to teach them and raise them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. I mean, that's it. You know, it's funny. We don't make this a big deal. We don't even talk about it. This is the first time I've heard anybody talk about it, because we don't talk about it.
No.
It's almost like we want this to be a secret.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we can continue to paint men or paint males in this negative light, because we're not really talking about why men or why males are handling their lives this way. And that's because there is a lack of men. I mean, just period, in society, period. More people focus on being a male than anything else, because you can be a male and go to the NFL.
Oh, T.O. And had more hell everywhere he went.
Yeah.
Because he took that, although he's a male, he took that female energy with him. Where he argued with, he was into it with everybody. After a while, everybody ain't wrong, man. Something wrong with you, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Great. Oh, one
of the greatest receivers ever to play the game, man. But you got to come off that field at some point. You got to come off that field. But that's a great example, because we're looking at males accomplishing things, and we're thinking just because they're accomplishing things that they qualify as men.
And they passed the eye test.
They passed the eye test.
Eye test says you 6'2", 6'3", got muscles everywhere, and can run fast and jump high.
Oh, and you got money.
You pass the eye and the thigh test. Now you get the eyes and the thighs. You get the eyes and the thighs.
No, you
ain't
lying.
You can do all that. Oh, you finna get everything that come with that. And now when you bring kids, when you get women with you, they're gonna figure out, oh, wait a minute, you're not a man, you still a boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially when it comes to handling the emotions, because feelings, nobody really taught you how to process feelings. And they say the only feeling or emotion that men feel is actually safe to express is anger. So when it comes to being expressive as a man, I don't think everybody really understands what that looks like. I don't think man, you look at you look at church. You look at church. Church is typically full of women.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's typically a more of an emotional thing. There's more of an emotional overtone to church. So what?
Very, very much so.
What does it look like
from the praise and worship?
Yeah.
To everything about it is emotion. It plays on your emotion. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. From the feeling, everything about it. Everything about it.
And we're not saying there's something wrong with a man having feelings. We just saying we're males are not taught to process their feelings. Men are taught to process their feelings, but what does it even look like for a man?
Yeah, true.
To worship.
Do we see it enough to know?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Do we see it enough to know? So we're just left with a lot of unanswered questions. And y'all let me know if something we're saying resonates with you, got a question or comment, definitely put it in the chat. Let us know. Talk to us. We're talking about a male is born, but a man is made. A male is born, a man is made. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe as well. Go ahead, hit this subscribe button. We'll do that.
And I'm curious because this has to be resonating with women. Everybody has to be saying, you know what, you sure right. I remember a guy that was this, that was that, and man, he still was a little boy. He still was a boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I think women fall into the trap of thinking that an age or the amount of money makes you a man.
Right.
And when you get in a relationship with him, you quickly, expeditiously figure out,
Amen.
Oh, no, that's not the case.
And there's a big difference in a 5-year-old throwing a tantrum and a 25-year-old throwing a tantrum.
How about an 80-year-old throwing a tantrum?
80-year-old throwing a tantrum. That's crazy. That's crazy. But the problem is not that men feel too much. The problem is that too many men were never taught what to do with what they feel. We have feelings, we have emotions, but what do we do with it? A lot of times we suppress, we push it down, and even in that, we feel like that's being a man. But if it's not going anywhere, if it's not processed, then typically you just, you know what I'm saying, you're a firecracker waiting to explode.
If you're not being, excuse me, an example to other men, boys, then I don't think you can qualify yourself as a man. I think every man has the responsibility to look back and help the generation behind us.
Yeah.
Every man has that responsibility. And if you're not doing that, and I would dare say you are less of a man by that than you are anything else.
Oh man, absolutely. And this is how bad the problem is. Just a few statistics. Of course, men account for nearly 80% of all suicide deaths in the U.S. 80%. Male suicide rate is 4 times the rate of what female suicide is. And suicide is the second leading cause of death for males ages 10 to 34.
So would you say that this because I know instances where boys lack self-control, they lack discipline, and it often gets them into things and situations that they mentally not prepared for. And now you got to go to prison. Now you got to go to jail. Now you've killed somebody. Now you've done something that you can't take back.
Right. Because you've been running off impulses. And if you don't have that discipline to control the impulses, you will make decisions. And what happens is you make a decision that gets you in deep trouble. And then you get in deep trouble and you don't know how to process that place. And so you get destructive.
And what the world does, the world judges you by men's standards when they figure you're supposed to know what men do at 18.
Right. You don't know. Dr. Selena says, K. Michelle says, you can't raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? These are the tales of a grown boy. She right. She can't. She can't. She can't raise a man because she having some issues with her own son.
Oh, that's another relationship.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is, people think when we talk about relationships, you have to work out relationships. People automatically think male and female in relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. You got to work through relationships. Son, daughter, man. Son, mama, son.
Wow.
All relationships got to be worked through.
Yeah.
But if you thinking that it's just gonna be peaches and cream because he's my son, and you better start watching the Cosby's because those. Listen, and I don't know. We remember. They had hell out of them kids. Y'all forget Vanessa was the problem.
Vanessa was a trip. Yeah.
And remember they went off and came back and they was married.
Uh-huh.
Who want that? We don't want that.
Yeah. I admire it. They didn't hide life from people.
But that was a TV show.
That was a TV show, but they didn't hide life from people.
And our lives are gonna be completely different. They're gonna be much different than that, man. Relationships have to be cultivated, man.
Yeah.
Have to be worked through.
Yeah.
All of them.
And the same way we assume getting married makes you a husband and getting married makes you a wife, we assume that once you hit 18 or at least 21, that makes you a man.
Yeah, true. I remember my son told me, I'm grown like y'all grown. He ain't paying no bills, ain't doing nothing. I'm like, boy, just because you over 18, that don't mean you grown. Grown mean responsibility.
Grown, yeah.
Grown means self-control. Grown mean doing what's right because it's the right thing to do. Grown mean getting up and going to work when I don't have to tell you to.
I remember hearing, I think her name was Mel Robbins. She said, being an adult is basically just learning how to parent yourself.
Oh, bro. What? Because ain't nobody coming in there to get you up to tell you to go to work.
Right.
Anybody coming in there getting you up to tell you to do something. You got to go to work.
Yep.
Every morning I get up and go to work. You got to pay bills. You got to do everything that your parents were telling you to do.
Exactly.
For yourself.
Right. And if the only way you get up and do that is somebody externally telling you, then you don't have.
Then you're still a kid.
You're still a kid. You're still a child.
Regardless of what age you are.
Regardless of what age that you are.
And that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Because somebody listening right now saying, but that fool 25. I know. I sympathize with you. I really do. But he has to be taught.
And listen, the sad thing is the older you get, the less sympathy people have for you.
Well, that part.
When you 18, 19, people will kind of make excuses for you. They'll but the older you get,
mama gonna make excuses for you as long as she can.
Boy. Then mama gonna get tired. Mama gonna get tired of you. Yeah. Unless you gator.
Oh man. When mama looked at Gator and said, Gator, where the TV at? And see, mama, I smoked the TV. I think mama got tired of Gator at that point.
Yeah, man.
Gator, you done took Mr. TV. Boy, he gonna be hot about that.
Boy. But we keep losing perspective on this thing and this real issue for us in society, especially with all the narratives that people have out there now about men, right? Especially toxic masculinity. Masculinity is necessary. Otherwise, God wouldn't have created it.
And no woman can tell what a man. It's funny. Women often say would step out and say what a man should do. Well, a man, if you was a man, you don't have no idea what a man should be doing.
No.
Because most of us haven't seen. Most of us wouldn't recognize a real man if he walked up and slapped us in the next week.
And understand that what they have to understand, women are suffering from lack of manhood too. Not having men around is affecting everybody.
True.
Everybody. So how do we deal with this? Where do we get that training from? Where do we get that?
There are men around, but I don't believe we pay enough attention to them. I don't think we don't give men the credit that we're supposed to give them.
Do they not look like what we feel they should look like?
And I think that's it. I think we're looking for men to be making. We're looking for men to be making on the football teams. We want people like Charles Barkley and them to be examples of what men are. So they're famous. We want the guy famous.
Yeah.
But the guy at the church that's coming in, one of the deacons at the church that come in and clean up the church. He's probably if you watch him, he's probably more man than what you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Most of the time, those men are around us, but we don't. But that's not what we drawn to. We drawn to flash because if he ain't got the cars, the house, the bling, we're not paying
and the
no
women.
Attention. We're not paying them no attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we want to be. Because that's not what we want to be like.
So if manhood has to be cultivated, it has to be trained. Where do we get the training? Where do we get the training? Yeah. Like who, as far as you being a man, where did you get taught? How were you taught? Or he taught you discipline at least?
That was a good question. My pastor at the church, my pastor at church when I was young, I was young enough, I was eager enough, and I knew I needed fathering.
Yeah.
So you got to submit to somebody's authority so they can speak into you. Most of the time we think we know everything. Can't nobody tell us nothing.
And that's it.
Well, if can't nobody tell you nothing, then you going out there by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I knew he had something that I needed.
But you recognize.
And very much.
You recognize.
I got a wife that I don't know that I don't know how to lead. Okay. That I don't know. She needs something from me that I can't give her.
Wow.
So it made me go to the path. It made me long for men.
And I'm curious how many guys became adults, became of age rather, and recognized that void.
Oh man, most of us do. I know we do, because relationships gonna put you in situations to where it's gonna make you stop for a second. Remember Tony had the song that said, I thought you were the Christian, but he was from the bang the girl.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that moment.
Oh, it was after
that was, I did put his clothes back.
Right. Like, hold up. You a Christian? Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah. That's what he said, man.
I thought it was a phone.
Oh no, bro. No. Anybody don't know that Tony Drake, you need to find. I gotta find that song for y'all. I'm gonna put it in the chat or something for y'all. That's
great. That's crazy. Yeah, but I'm saying that because there is a void there. We talked about T.O. earlier. There has been a void in T.O.'s life, and he hadn't been able to either put himself in a position where he can get it from somebody,
right,
or turned it off where he don't want to hear it from nobody.
Yeah,
but I know he in his heart he what he needed.
Yeah,
and I'm certain being in the NFL there were men around him that could have pulled into him.
Yeah, but I think what happens for guys who reach a certain level of financial success and stuff like that, if you don't have as much as I have or more than I have,
I can't really receive.
I'm not really listening.
And I get it, but to that point, I think there are guys, and I hate to call names, but Steve Harvey reaches a group of people, reaches a group of men that most people don't have access to. If you looking, God was seeing. Yeah. If you looking, he'll send. You just got to be looking and have an ear to hear what he's doing, because he's gonna send them.
Yeah. And men talk. They talk to each other. Men talk about the challenges they're going through, and men get counsel from other men. The problem, if you can't be corrected by anybody, if there's nobody that corrects you, you probably not gonna ever be formed into a man.
I joined the Marines where there were nothing but older men around. and I constant.
Mm.
And when I tell you it was a constant, but just constant
Wow.
because I'm trying to do things my way, and they saying no, this is not how men do it.
Wow.
Constantly, constant,
Really?
constant. Oh man, as I'm thinking about, it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that time. No, it was constant,
Oh,
constant,
real.
constant.
You know, I remember when I first moved out here, and the church I was going to at the time, they had a men's group, and I was like, I recognized, like, man, I need,
Something that I need.
right,
Like,
this is something that I need.
mhm.
And they had this men's group called Gideon's Army, and it was men in there, and they talked about, especially talk about being good, godly men, but they talked about the real stuff, being a good husband, good father, being all of this type of stuff, man. And I remember just sitting there like a little kid, just
Soaking it up.
soaking it all in, man, because it was necessary. You need that, and men need that. We need places where we can go. We need groups where we can get with other men, and we need elders. We need guys who've gone down the road a little further than we have, and they got the discipline and all this other type of stuff. So we need to get all of this together. We need to come together and get all of this instruction that we really need, and even bounce ideas off before we start executing things. We talk about it before we even, and stop just being impulsive, because we start getting into all of this, like the alpha male stuff. Anybody that say they're alpha male is just somebody who's a knucklehead willing to fight anybody. They talk rough, they talk crazy, and if you don't like what they say, they're gonna fight you. That's all. That's all we think an alpha male is.
The one thing about men is that one thing I noticed when I became a real man, I understood that you can be every man is a big dog in his own yard.
Oh yeah.
But the problem generally comes when you want to be a big dog in my
yard. Yeah.
That's how you can tell who the men are.
Yeah. And you gotta lead the yard at some point in time.
Yes, exactly.
You gotta lead the yard.
Exactly.
When you leave.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nah. But we hope this is reaching you. We hope this is getting to you. We hope we're raising at least some questions in your mind, so you can go back and really evaluate and examine. Any guys listening, you can examine yourself and see, have you been formed? Have you been trained? And if you haven't been trained, where are you going, or where can you go to seek the training that you need? Because it's not too late. If you're willing to listen, it's not too late.
And if you have been trained and you know you're a man, who are you pouring into? Mm-hmm. You're only as good as the people that the people that you pour into and what you leave behind.
Yeah. Yeah. And we all got a responsibility to pour into others. Absolutely. And leave behind something that's going to make somebody else better. Man, that's I try to spend time with my nephews. I try to talk to my nephews, man, because I'm like, listen, I bumped my head a lot in this whole thing. And I don't want y'all to have to bump y'all head like I did. So I'm gonna tell you where I bumped my head, and if that information is gonna help you, hey man, then I think I've done you a service.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, man.
And I agree. And we talk and they ask questions. They want to know certain things, man. And like, if I don't know, I'm gonna find information out for you, because I'm pretty sure some I need to know too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But being a man is recognizing that you still need to be trained. You still need to be taught. And it's an ongoing process. It's an ongoing process. You reaching with one hand to higher levels of it, and at the same time you reaching back with the other hand trying to pull somebody else with you.
Mm-hmm. It's good, man.
And that way we come up with a stronger society, because contrary to the popular opinion, anytime somebody wants to attack a society and destroy it, they go for men first. They try to get rid of the men first. Still remains true. Anywhere you go, any society, they go for the men first. No knock to women. I'm just saying that's the strategy. And that is the strategy. So, man.
Wow. Final thoughts. All righty. So my final thought for this evening is I can't get away from pouring back into people. But first I want to deal with the guy. I want to talk to that young man that know that we've tapped into something and he know he needs something. And I would say this. There's somebody close to you or that's around you that you're not paying attention to, that you disregard or look over. Be prayerful and ask God, let God know what you want and what you need, and watch him bring somebody into your life, because he knows exactly what we need. But we just have to be receptive to who it is, who and when it is. And most of the time they're in our lives for a season, but it's what we need at that time. And that's my final thought.
The Bible says in Proverbs, said a man without self-discipline is like a city that has the walls broken down. So you just open for any type of attack. You open to be taken over by anything. And so we got to learn how to build those walls up. Nothing wrong with boundaries. Nothing wrong with standards. And as men, it's important for us to have standards, because our position in society, whether society wants to admit it or not, is critical. And the minute we get ourselves together, everything comes back together. I remember Tony Evans told a story about a man who he was trying to occupy his son while he did some work. So he took a picture of a globe, it was a picture of a world in a magazine. He ripped it out and he tore it in pieces. And he gave it to his son and say, hey, go put this together. And he felt like that was going to take him a time to get, put that together so that it's going to occupy him for a little while. Instead, in no time, the little boy comes back and he's put it all together. And the dad was like, how did you do this so fast? Because he's looking at the picture of the world and the world came back together. He had it all together. And the boy said, I just flipped it over and I put the man's face back together. I put the man back together.
Wow.
And as he put the man back together, the world came back together. So regardless of how you feel about men, I think it's God ordained that our position is solid. And we just got to handle it the way he wants us to handle it. And that's my final thoughts.
Wow, man. I hope this resonated with you guys like it did us, because this is thought-provoking.
If it did, go ahead and drop us a comment. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate everybody. Don't go nowhere. We're going to be back next Monday. So come back.
Y'all be blessed.
All right. Peace out.